Hello and welcome to the Big Smoke and Friends podcast. It's not the end of the show. I don't know why. It's clearly labeled share, and I completely missed it. But hello, everybody. Ranting on a fucking Tuesday on this glorious fucking Tuesday. Which I don't know really what glorious is about it. Tuesday is kind of um, like kind of a lame duck kind of day of the week. I mean, it means it's the same thing people try to do to Monday sometimes. You know, like schools do like movie Mondays where they'll like show movies on Monday. So like or I mean, you got the classic example of Taco Tuesday. I mean, I like tacos. I don't really like Tuesdays. It's still like pretty much Monday. You don't really start getting into like, oh, I can make it through the week until like Wednesday, maybe Thursday. It's just, man, it's crazy what people do just to get to like their 2 days off. Uh, Father's Day's coming up too, people. It's this Sunday, so you don't forget your papa. Unless your papa forgot you, then he can go fuck himself. If your dad left for milk and cigarettes and hasn't come back since, well, then this Sunday is just another Sunday for you. Or who knows? Maybe you got a nice adopted dad or a stepdad that take care of you, that you appreciate. I always think, I think it's kind of, I think it's great when like somebody finds like like say like someone's dad walks out on them, but like they're really close with like their mom remarries or something, and then like they're really close with their second dad, or even like adopted kids too. I think it's great when they can like find someone to give a shit about them. But it's also so sad when you see someone's like dad who didn't fucking want them. Like it's like, I mean, why are you making a kid if you're not gonna fucking take care of it? I never understand people that like go in like it pains me to see like all these like I see a few on my fuck that not that I know personally really, but I just see through the sea of people that I somehow have on Snapchat and shit, like single moms and shit, and just like I just feel bad for them, honestly. I mean, it just sucks that you had some dude, bust a load into you, and now 9 months, now you're taking care of a kid by yourself. I mean, and it's nothing, nothing against like parenthood or anything like that. I'm just like, man, it just sucks that you have to deal with that, and now, I mean, that's what child support's for, I guess, and other shit. But like, ugh, it's just sad. And that kid's got to grow up wondering like, where the fuck is my dad at? I mean, it takes two to tango. So you're wondering why, in the dance of life, why one of the reasons why you're here is not here. So it's always weird too when you see like a dad come back. Like now I'm ready, and you're like, well, you kind of had a chance. It's just kind of gone. But I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know why I got into like the fucking bullshit with parenthood. Um, God knows I don't plan on having kids, at least right now, for sure. I always, because like, I don't know why, just when you start getting into your like later 20s, I'm not even halfway through 20 yet. I don't need to say later 20s. Still young. But like, once you're done with college, once you're done with school and shit, and you're like, oh, move out and stuff like that. I don't know why the first thing they're like, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have kids? It's just like Jesus Christ. This isn't like fucking 1920 where people are having kids at like 18 and 19 or shit like that. I mean, it's just like I think a lot. I think people are having because people want like careers. They want to like make a name for themselves before they get shackled down with some screaming child for 18 years. So, plus you gotta find the right person. You gotta get. I mean, I would say like, I guess you don't have to get married to have kids, But I would say, if I got a chick pregnant, I would marry her. I mean, I would do everything I can to provide like a stable household for that kid. I mean that's my responsibility as that kid's father. So I mean, unless she wasn't down with it. Oh god, I can't imagine like a one night stand turning into like a lifelong marriage. That would be crazy. But that's why you work. Hey, only fools don't wrap their tools. That's all I gotta say. Or pull out. Do whatever you gotta do, man. Just don't bust it in. Don't don't make any mistakes in the heat of passion. But I mean, sorry, I was just thinking about other shit. Uh, don't, don't need to get that personal on the podcast. Oh, hey, so it's somewhat of a big announcement. I mean, it's not as big as so we have a YouTube channel now. It's literally called Big Smoke and Friends Podcast. If you look up the entire word, the whole thing, you should be able to find it. It's just the audio versions put onto videos, so it's no like you're not gonna see my actual face or like my guests or whatever. So I mean, not to get too excited, but if your preferred method of listening to a podcast is on YouTube, then go ahead and put us up there. Or check us out, subscribe. You guys can leave comments. I mean, I'm just excited for maybe like some feedback too. Like if there's shit you want to say or you got questions to ask, you could always hit me up there, or like on this video, just comment on this video. Also leave a like, I guess, subscribe. I'm promise one day we will have a fucking actual video version of this podcast. I just gotta kind of get my shit together. Maybe just bum it out with like a webcam or something. I got some other shit to figure out too. I want to like launch like the call-ins too. Maybe when we actually have like a video version. I gotta look. I gotta just look into that too. So I haven't forgotten about it, but I just want to do it without like giving a fucking phone number. Or I'm sure there's an easy way to do it. I just gotta set it up, and I'm just. It's so weird, man. Sometimes even like easy shit, you just procrastinate for so long for no fucking reason for, and it's not like I'm trying. I don't know. It's especially like I can get why some people just get stuck in jobs too. Like man, today was like a really long ass fucking shitty day. What did I do as soon as I got home? Because I forced myself to go work out, which is good. I went and fucking worked out. Trying to not look like a fat piece of shit my entire life. Uh, and I can say that because I'm a fucking fat person. So just don't be hopping on like, oh, you hate fat people. I'm like, I am fat. I can hate on my own people. Anyway, moving on. Um, literally, as soon as I got here, I was like, I want to like sit down, relax, watch some TV for a sec, and like 5 seconds later, I'm passed the fuck out, and I slept for like an hour, and I'm like, God damn it. Uh, but like, I don't even know if that's like sleep schedule, work, or the fact that that's the thing too, man. I kind of like had hopped off the wagon again on working out. Like it had been like today was like the first time in like maybe over a week that I've been, which is I know it's just bad. I don't like. Yeah, it's weird too. I know it's been a while because the people at the gym are like, "Oh my God, you're back. Where you been?" People that are like went on vacation or something. They're like, "No, I just stopped coming for a week." Um, just being lazy, man. That's sometimes too, man. Like I think it'd been like 2 weeks. So they were like, "Where the fuck have you been?" Because usually, I mean, I'll like not come in for a few days. I mean, it's weird because I used to go religiously every fucking day, and then so I got to like know the people that work there and some of the people that go too during certain times of the day. So uh, I just randomly pop up. They're like, "Oh my God." They see the fucking Loch Ness monster or something. Um, but yeah, that's when I know I hadn't been there in a while. And when they're like surprised to see me. Um, they were probably surprised to see me there and not canceling a fucking membership. But anyway, which I gotta stop doing. I gotta stop hopping off the wagon, man. It's just, and I get it too. Like, it's so hard to like. Once you break a routine, it's so hard to fucking restart it. Cause like you always have the excuse, especially now with my fucking AC out and the heat, and I get off work late. I'm like, fuck going 30 minutes to somewhere that's not my home. You know, I'm not gonna go sweat my ass off to go sweat my ass off to go sweat my ass off again on the right to drive home. Um, I mean, thankfully, dude, today is was fucking magical of a day. I mean, it's summer in Texas, and it was like 75 was the high. Granted, it was like cloudy and rainy all fucking day, but like the fact that it is like in the 70s in June, almost July now, or what is it? What's today? The 13th? Yeah, it's June 13th. We're like about like halfway through June now, and it's supposed to be hot. It's supposed to be hot, but it's hot as fuck, and it's like 75. Although like by next week it's like triple digits every day. Yeah, I'll enjoy it while I can. And literally, wow, yeah, today is like the biggest anomaly of the summer so far. Now, if we got like that during August, I would be like, all right, something's going on. We're like, somehow, this is not right. This is witchcraft. Someone's trying to make it cold. God has turned down the AC. Um, but so I had to sleep in my car for the first time in like a couple months. Oh my god, that was so nice. Cause like when I go on break, I fucking take a nap in my car for 30 minutes, which is dangerous. There was a one time I fucking woke up like I think it was like 5 minutes after I was supposed to get up or something. Cause usually I just do it naturally. Cause like uh I just got a good internal clock, I guess. Just I guess I was just extremely tired or something, and woke up late and I was like, oh shit. So, but luckily nobody noticed I was gone for longer. I always say um, when I go when I would go out to sleep in my car, I'd be like, yeah, just if I'm not back in 30 minutes, I'm in my car asleep. Wake me up. Um, but I mean, oh god, that shit. I don't know. I believe in the break. I believe in the nap. Although sometimes it can backfire on you. You get like a good night's sleep beforehand, man. Just 30 minutes just to close your eyes and then reawake is just like not enough. It's just you're just more tired than when you started. You know, it's just your body just screaming out for like I need sleep. Please go back to sleep. I thought we were sleeping. Why are we getting up? But usually when I get to take a break, it's pretty much just 30 minutes and then fucking go home sometimes. Which is I don't know. I usually wait till like the last second to take a break, just because I don't want to fucking deal with. Um, I don't know. I just don't want to fucking stop what I'm doing. Cause like, and my boss asked me like, why don't you take a break sometimes? It's just because I want to go home. I don't want to fucking stay here longer. The 30 minutes I was gonna go sleep in my car could be spent doing something so I could go home sooner. Because I mean, I don't get paid for those breaks. I'm not on the clock. You make me clock out for my breaks. So that's my time. That's technically you stealing from me. So why would I want to do that? But yeah, apparently it's required. So yeah, I didn't get very far in that argument. Man, and I fucking jinxed myself too at work. I've been saying my boss has been like being nice to everyone lately because like our one dude that like takes cares of take cares of. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a few dabs in and like that. That sounded weird to me. Um, fuck. He quit. Like he left, and so he's been. I think just been super nice, trying to get. And like a lot of people have been quitting actually. So because I was just like, man, he's been really nice lately, and kind of kissing all over our asses, and I've kind of enjoyed it. Thinking, but like jinxed it. Came in, he was in a fucking mood for sure, and not being very nice. I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, I get it. Sometimes I walk into work and I don't want to fucking be there. I don't want to talk to people. Uh, he seemed really pissed off about something. Right as I was leaving, I was like, dude, I don't even fucking care. I'm clocking out. I'm going home. You got to be here. Um, and I don't. So fuck off. At the end of the day, sometimes it's just like you gotta, fucking puff your chest out and be like, man, fuck you. I don't care. You can't make me feel bad. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully you've cooled off by then. But I jinxed it too, man. I was just like, man, he's been acting like a. Well, he's been real nice lately. I'm kind of a. Maybe we've turned a new leaf, and boom, comes in, act like a fucking asshole. Um, but I mean, it's just whatever. I mean, you gotta just deal with it. So you gotta pay your bills somehow. And so it's just, oh god, it sucked. I mean, I've lived with someone that has literally made their problems everyone's fucking problem for 20 plus years of my life. So like when I work for someone that's like that too, oh god, I hate it so much. I hate it so, especially now that I've moved out. I've moved away from this. Now I have now just to be able to pay my bills, so I don't have to live with that. I have to work for that. That's just sometimes it's just it makes you depressed. But I mean, it's whatever. I mean, you gotta pay. Like, that's the thing too. Like sometimes you want to sit there and like kind of wallow your own bullshit. But like at the end of the day, man, I gotta go to. I gotta get up, go to work, pay my bills, and just keep moving around this rat race, trying to look for a way out. That's all you gotta do. That's all you can do sometimes. But yeah, that's why. That's why you gotta have like a life outside of work too, man. You gotta have like a reason to cause like when you do nothing on your days off, man. Oh my god, this is so fucking depressing. That's why like I always try and like plan shit out, or like I'm like hitting people up like days before and like, hey, do you want to do this on this day when I don't have work? Or like it's always nice when you have a friend that's like, hey, when do you have work off? Or, like when's your next day off? Let's do something. I'm like, oh my god, thank you. You do not know how much that means to me when someone asks me that shit. Um, because I mean that takes like planning. All you gotta say is I'm down for whatever. Let's do something. Or if you have an idea already, you can just suggest it. And yeah, although it's been man, dude, I got I have not really like felt like I feel like inflation for like a little bit till like recently when I'm like trying to save money and just noticing everything just fucking slowly going up in price. Like I spent like $80 on food. Uh, when my usual budget like groceries like $50. So I went like $30 over budget just buying like what I thought was a good deal on some like meat. I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't usually buy meat. So I was like, I'll have steak for once. Like I brought like one like a ribeye steak for like $8. I was like, oh, that's cool. Then they had like this other like slices of steak or whatever, like just like nothing like fancy cut or anything like that. And that was like another like that was like what like $6 or something. So that's cool, cool, cool. And then I got like some fucking bread went up. I got milk. Like I thank God I had a few eggs, so I didn't buy eggs. But like it's just weird. Just I just started noticing just like little things just like start going up in price, and you're like fuck, man. Well, just when you thought you were like, I had to like buy some other like I needed paper towels, I need trash bags. And there was like a few things on there that were not like regular purchases, so I kind of get that. But like also at the same time, just like why the fuck does this cost so much? Like, and sometimes you just think about like I kind of get like I mean, it's part of it's just like we all need this to survive. Why are we making each other pay for this? And then you start thinking about like, oh, I mean, money in general, it's just like currency, just like I don't know. Sometimes like giant concepts of like how like the world works just make my brain hurt so much, and I'm just like I don't want to think about this anymore. Like it's when you think I don't know. Sometimes when I think about like life after death and shit, like my brain just starts going like, what the fuck are you doing? Like I don't even know if it's like panic attack or something or no, definitely not that. More like just like anxiety, I guess. It's like because I have no idea. There's nothing I can. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. Sometimes it's just your brain is just like it's just you're thinking too hard about this. You need to like relax. As I hit a motherfucking another dab. I gotta say, man, I do like dabs, but like I still say other beats like flour. Because like sometimes this shit gets you way too fucking high. Unless you have like a tolerance for this fucking stuff. I mean, you're getting blasted to the fucking moon off of one hit, and then like also it's kind of a fleeting high too, surprisingly, because then you're all of a sudden you're like not as high as you were before. Your mouth is super fucking dry. You're coughing, and you're just like, what the fuck just happened? And then you just take another fucking hit. I mean, that's the one thing about like especially like carts or like I think any kind of concentrate besides maybe like an edible. Um, like the high is kind of fleeting, is almost because like I don't know if it's just like a slower like release when you like smoke like a joint or out of a bong or whatever, and but like or for some I don't know how like maybe it lasts longer, but like this I mean I will feel it for like a little while and then honestly feel like I sober up a little bit sooner than I would normally. And I don't know if that's because of the concentrate or maybe I'm fucking. Maybe it's just how I work, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm built different. I doubt that. But, I don't know. Dabs always seem like such a fleeting. Especially carts. Like, I hate carts. Like, I will use them just for, like, the ease of smoking, like, in public. And like although everyone knows the fucking smell, man. I fucking ripped a like a dab pen in a bar, and I just saw someone's face do like a fucking like the goddamn Conjuring like head 360 all the way around. Look at me like, what the fuck are you smoking there, sir? And I'm like, nothing. But like, and also too, sometimes you don't realize how much you're fucking how high you're getting. You'll take two, three puffs of that, just like you're like like no big deal. Like you're smoking like a fucking vape, and then you just like a few seconds later, you're just like, oh man, I'm like violently high. Uh, um, but like easy like portabilities, like I mean, I feel like every weed product that has its ups and downs. Honestly, like the smell is always a con for anything, basically. Um, but like nothing beats the portability of like a dab cart. I will say that. I mean, that's just one like saving grace is the fact that you can put it in your pocket and go anywhere with it. But like, I don't know. I don't. I just don't like it. It doesn't seem natural. You got to put it in a piece of paper, roll it up, and smoke it. God damn it! You can't be using this newfound vape machine thing and do little Bob. um, but you know, I know. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, it doesn't matter what you smoke as long as you're smoking. In my opinion. But yeah. See, like I said with tolerance thing here, I'm just like my fourth fucking dab, and honestly, just because I was like trying to save some money up so I could buy like an ounce. So I was just smoking on these dabs for like a little while because I had shout out to Hannah, you're the fucking best. Because I got these dabs from a friend in Colorado, who went to Colorado. So I was like, fuck it, I have dabs, bro. I few hits off of this and I'm good. And honestly, dude, just sitting here taking hits off of this, off of the nectar collector, I'm just like thinking, like, man, maybe I need a tea break. This is like fourth one, and I'm still not really like feeling like totally like blasted off of the planet. But I don't know, maybe as I say this, I'm gonna like stand up and I'm like, oh god. Because sometimes when you're like doing shit, you don't really realize how high you are, and then because that's it, 'cause this will happen too. You will not realize how fucked up you are until you sometimes either you stop moving or you start moving. Like especially like when you're like, I would say high. Sometimes you don't really like realize how high you are until you stop doing anything. You just like sit down and you're like relaxed. But like drunk, sometimes you I don't feel like sometimes you realize how drunk you are until you start to like get up off the chair and like move around, and you're like, oh fuck, I am drunk. And there's even times too, like I don't know about like with booze, but like weed especially, and I will say sometimes it's a fucking cure for hangovers when you get like shit to fucking do. Like you go to work the next day, like my job, like I'm a chef, I work the fucking line. If he starts getting fucking busy, tickets out the fucking down to the floor and shit, all the way across, and that shit's sobering. Like I remember me and a buddy, I think it was like right before Easter brunch or something. We sat out in the parking lot before everybody got there and smoked out of a fucking apple, like an apple pipe. And I mean, I remember when we went in, we are like, we're a little toasty, bro. And then the second shift starts hitting the fan, you're just like, oh fuck, okay. Sobered up too. I remember walking up to him like, dude, I don't even feel it anymore. He's like, yeah, me neither. It sucks when you like ruin a high by going to work. That sucks that like smoking at work sometimes is ruined by just work. And that shit was wild too. Like I, it's so much fun working with like wild people. Cause like I remember him too. We bring like a fucking bottle of vodka and we do shots in the freezer. That shit was fun. Although I don't recommend this. I mean, if you work with knives or heavy machinery, don't drink and do drugs on the job. That's not a good idea. That's not promoted by me whatsoever. And please be safe in your work environment and follow OSHA protocols. Uh, but if you're not doing that, it is kind of fun. I mean, this is the bullshit. I mean, sometimes you feel. That's the one thing about like kitchen jobs I found out. Sometimes you meet just like the fucking either like the weirdest people, the cool, or like the coolest people. And it's always nice. Like I should have David back up on here. But he's one of the people I met through work, and like some of those people are sometimes have the coolest stories, and because I'm always like the youngest person in a kitchen too, like I always, yeah, it's always like I'm like the little kid at the fucking table, just like tell me stories, tell me a bedtime story. So they're all just talking shit about like their basically their whole fucking lives, and it's always fun. I just always find it fun and interesting to see because I love wild people, dude, and people who work in kitchens usually are a little fucked in the head. And I think that's kind of why I'm attracted to some of the people that I am. Just like I just like people who are interesting. I like if you're just like, because like I'm a pretty mellow person, so I like when I'm around someone that is not like that. Like is like out there and wants to do shit, and it's just like just a wild person in general. I mean, it takes me out of my comfort zone, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So, but I mean, you gotta find some of those people. You gotta. I mean, it's good to have friends who are like kind of like you and similar in the ways, but it's also it's kind of it's good to have friends who are like on the opposite end of the spectrum. You know, just out there. If you're like an introvert or whatever, it's nice to have someone that's like drags you along to go do shit. Uh, so you're not just sitting bored out of your goddamn mind your whole life. And sometimes it's happy to do that for people too. So yeah, it's always good to, especially if you know somebody's going through some like tough shit, like drag them out of the house, take them to go do something they like doing, or like go see a movie, or mini golf, bowling. You know what I mean? There's so much shit to go do out in the world. You gotta go fucking. You gotta just go out there and do shit. Like as much as I like being a homebody, sometimes I just have to get out of the fucking house. And some people just, and it's always fun too. Like I think it was one of the times I was hanging out with Jacob, my friend Jacob, who's been on here multiple times. Um, I think we were just done hanging out. He's like, "Man, I just had a really good time. That was a lot of fun." And I was like, "Dude, yeah, I'm happy to have provided that." Uh, it's nice. It's nice being a good host. You should always be a good host to the people, you know. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this bitch up. Remember, we're on YouTube now. I'm working on getting all the episodes uploaded, and remember, there are just audio. They're just videos with just the audio. There's no, you're not gonna see my face or the guests or anything like that or any weird video shit. It's just gonna be the audio. And but I am working on a video version. Colin's still in the works. I just gotta get around to fucking doing it. But anyway, thank you all for listening, and check out the YouTube channel. Tell your friends if you prefer that, or anyways, just keep on listening. And I love you all. Peace.